So, Mr. Georgiou, another beautiful tournament from another game from this
Yes,
beautiful game from this tournament, and actually a surprise
yeah.
where Caruana beat had a very
Carlsen,
good, let's say,
yes,
had a very good game against
against
Magnus
Carlsen, yes,
Carlsen.
Magnus, yes.
Okay,
Well,
this.
Magnus was, undisputed leader of the young generation. I mean, he was until the last month, he was still the world champion. And everyone was almost sure that he will win his tournament at home in Norway. He was the big favorite. And this game was played in the first round. It was already a small surprise because after many years, Caruana succeeded to beat Carlsen in a classical game. I mean, in a normal game of chess, not speed, no blitz, and we have this game E4.
In this game. And
Yes,
actually, Caruana had a very good performance in Bucharest, right? In Romania
yeah, he
at
was winning the tournament from
Superbet.
Superbet, of course, and he played an excellent tournament here until the last round against
And this was,
Nakamura.
yes, and this was right after for
A
Caruana was
little
right
bit later. I mean,
right
he
after the.
is in between. They played another strong tournament in Poland, also organized by Superbet, and there he came back in normal chess in
Caruana also
Poland.
played in Poland.
No, Caruana didn't play in Poland, and Carlsen came back and he played like I mean he was invited and he was
So
invited.
from Bucharest for Caruana, this was the first.
No, for Caruana was also the second tournament. In between, they played something kids chess or something like this,
Okay.
where he came in the final, and in this final he lost the last game against Abdusaturov, who was also playing here in Norway. And anyway, it was a very good performance. I mean, to came second. I mean, he was almost winning this tournament in between.
So Caruana starts well,
Yeah,
perform well, but the
well, it
ending
was
of the tournament,
no, it was unfortunate. Let's say here
unfortunate.
in Norway, he deserved to win the tournament in Norway also because he was leading the world tournament. I mean, from first round to the last round, and in the last round he made a mistake, very big mistake against Nakamura that we saw, and he lost the tournament. Unfortunately for him, I mean, and for his followers.
Okay,
But here in the first game of the tournament against Carlsen, he played an excellent game and he won.
so
Okay,
Caruana is with white.
right. And now we have a French defense. This is the French defense. Knight c3, knight f6, e5, knight d7, f4. Okay, all this is theory, for white and for black. c5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop e3, a6. This is the main line for black and for white. Yeah, let's see one.
So no surprise so far.
No, it's no surprise. It's the main line for both.
But this is a line they play often, Caruana and Magnus, or
I'm Carlsen, in my opinion, plays very little French. I mean, usually he plays e5 or c5. I mean,
so
trying to come probably in Spanish or in Sicilian.
he wanted
But yeah,
to surprise a little bit
maybe. But well, Carlsen
Caruana.
plays a little bit of everything, for black. He plays also from time to time Caro Kann. From time to time, he plays even Alekhine variation. It's very complex.
Versatile.
Yeah. F6, bishop g2. But the position is more or less normal for both. And now Carlsen tries to take the initiative on the queen side quickly, for black.
So he's looking to change the
He
queens
tries,
or no?
if he can change the queens, is probably not too bad for black. But Caruana could play here king f2 or knight c3. Knight c3 is a very good move, Knight c3, knight b6. He's trying to come immediately on c4, and take the initiative. Have a very active position with knight c4. takes. Well, e3.
And now Caruana blocks this
He
idea.
blocks the idea, knight c5. If he comes to his knight c4, for instance, after castle, knight c4, black has already a very, very good game. Bishop d7, castle, finally, rook c8, and queen d2, of course. He was trying already to move away the knight from c6, and you have very, very good game on the c file. Black is already better there, if you allow this.
With maybe double attack on
Yes.
the knight on c3.
Yeah. Bishop e7. He's trying to come to a3 or b4. Well, if you look at this position, you think that black has already a very, very strong position, very good game. Knight e2.
So now here
Now he agrees to trade queens, but is another kind of position. Maybe somehow, in my opinion, Carlsen had the idea that black is already better, and probably he tries to place for win here, and he overlooked maybe later on something, because in the next few moves white was having a small advantage almost from nothing. Usually white has nothing here, but somehow he was having a better game after his opponent probably played a little bit too much for a win. Maybe it's possible.
Yeah, Carlsen always plays for a win.
Yes, of course. Yes. Rook c7, rook c1, rook c8. Well, again,
Equal.
It's a good game for black, if you look. And now after this move, this is a very interesting move. White has the possibility to open a little bit the position, Why? Because if you take immediately on f5, then he has the possibility to take away an exchange after bishop f4. You lose the rook from c7. And okay, exchange up is okay for white.
So this is not a free pawn here.
No, he gives away the pawn, but he has immediately the possibility to take away the exchange. This is therefore the move is very good. Bishop a3, and now he can take immediately on e6, and then he's all right. But instead, because after rook e1, the position is still very complicated. If he took away immediately in e6, he could change a little bit too many pieces, and he didn't want to do.
Who, Caruana?
Caruana, yeah. I mean, he has the possibility to complicate the game. I mean, therefore, he played immediately rook e1.
So Caruana also was looking
he's playing
to
for win now.
For
yes,
win also.
Of course, yes. Yeah. Rook e1. Bishop e4. Takes. Okay. And now he has time to come back immediately with the knight in f4 and take the initiative. And now white is better already in this position. Take. Bishop, knight f4. Yeah.
It's better because
it's better because you see all the black pieces on the queen side. I mean, he tries to show something on the queen side. But even if you take probably a pawn on a2, and white has the initiative on the other side, it's very dangerous because there you have your king from g8, and we'll see finally.
Which is alone.
This, it's very dangerous. If you have the initiative against your king, it's already very, very unpleasant. And this is the way the game will be finished, White,
so the king will
white
be the
can
weakness.
White can attack finally the black's position, and we'll see. We'll have them. You see, all the white pieces are very strong in the center on the king side. He gives away the pawn from a2, but he can take the pawn from d5. Therefore, the white is better in this position, in any case.
So even if they are equal as...
No, it's not equal here. No, black has a problem here. Why? Because white is trying to attack immediately the knight with a simple move a2, a3. You see, if you go away with the knight, you lose the pawn from d5. The pawn from d5 is weak. And therefore, in any position, white is clearly better. g6.
with the idea to
Well, he tries to
waiting.
consolidate the bishop from f5, but this is not the problem. The bishop from f5. The problem is the pawn from d6, from d5. You know, if you lose the pawn from d5, you have big problem for black. You know, you are in big trouble here. d4, and now you have to go away with the bishop somewhere, but where? You know, if you go to d7, after the simple move a3, the position is lost for black because you lose the pawn d5. If in e6 it's impossible to go, in d3 also, in c2 is also very bad. So he decides to give up a pawn here, Carlsen, with the move bishop e4. You know, but you lose the pawn, the central pawn, and the position is still very unpleasant for black because you can see all the white pieces are on the other side, you know. I mean, against the king. The king from g8 is already very weak.
White won the pawn, but also the same
He has a very strong initiative.
initiative.
Also here. Yes. Yeah. Very good move again, knight d7. Yeah. Why he tries, you know, to move away the good position from d5. Black has the very good knight on d5. After knight d7, he can also trade one of these knights, you know, b6 or d6 or d5, and all the white pieces are still there against the black king. This will decide the game finally.
But I don't see the trick. So if he takes the knight now,
he loses the knight from d5.
He loses the other knight.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And he has the two rooks from e4 and f1, and the knight from d5 attacking the king from g8, and the position probably is already lost for black.
Okay, let's see.
Yes. He took away the pawn. What could he do? You know. Yeah. Now he took the knight from d5. Very good. You know.
Very nice. Now he offer. Yeah. Let's Carlsen choose.
Anyway, you have very big problems here for black. Probably, I tell you, the game is already decided because the king from g8 is much too weak. We'll see. He took in d5. Probably still the best move. Rook e5, knight c3, and now knight f6 check, and he resigned because he has no moves.
Why? Because here the king is cornered.
You have no place for your king. If you go to h8, for instance, now.
Yes.
King h8, rook e7 is mate on h7. Yeah, mate on h6, on h7. And if you go finally here, king g7, rook e7 check, king h6, rook takes h7 check, king g5, h4 mate. Everything is forced. The king is much too weak. You have no place for the king. You know?
So very slowly to a winning.
You see the difference. All the black pieces were on the other side. Therefore, he lost the game because he couldn't defend his own king.
Yeah.
And all the white pieces were against the black king, and that was decisive, of course. You know, the pawns. He could lose any pawn on the queen side, but if he has mate on the other side, is you know, the game was in his favor, of course. No, it's an excellent game from Caruana, and somehow, in my opinion, Carlsen, who was not playing for a very long period in the last months, probably he didn't realize the dangers in some position, and he overstepped somehow the limit. I mean, he was trying to play for a win in an even position, equal position, and he tried a little bit too much, and afterwards was already too late.
Understood.
Yeah. But again, the game was excellent from Caruana, and he very well deserved win. You know, he played very well.
Thank you, Mr. Gheorghiu.
You're welcome.